All right, it's live now. Sorry for the delay. Patreon just messed up there on me for no reason. So 4 people's online. Feel free to ask any questions. I'll go over the questions that were posted on Patreon here actually to begin with, since this live stream will be recorded, and the people that ask the questions in the Patreon post, they can have a look at this video afterwards. So the first one is by Larry. He asked, are you going to maintain 96 kilos, or are you planning on losing more weight? Well, at the moment, I'm actually like 95 kilos, probably 94 kilos. I haven't weighed myself in like 2 days, but I am dropping weight quite fast. Yeah, I do plan on losing more weight than that. I'd love to be like 90, 91 kilos. I think that'd be like a good body weight for me. Just to experiment. I can easily go back up to 100 kilos again if I wanted to. It won't be that hard. I just want to see, like, I don't know how strong I can be at like a lot lighter body weight, because I know my like strength lifts, like squat, bench, deadlift would go down, but like I don't think my Olympic lifts won't be like affected as much, I guess, because there's a lot of like speed and everything with Olympic lifts, and I don't think the extra strength I have makes much of a difference right now, or well, previously when I was a heavier body weight. So looking at the chat here, Blake Davis, he asked, Clarence, why are you on that small fry diet? Yeah, I'm actually not eating that much these days. I guess I kind of just like lost my appetite a bit. I don't know. Taking things easy with training. I haven't trained. Well, I trained like 2 days ago, but like before that, I didn't train for like 10 days. I'm like training like once or twice a week at the moment. I'm just taking things like really easy. Just taking a break from training. Yeah. I just pulled my hamstring 3 days ago. How do I recover? That actually happened to me quite a while back in a competition. If you check back on my like old videos, it was when I was competing in a competition in a college. I was behind like this rock climbing wall. But if you look up that video, you can see me like really pull my hamstring in the competition. I guess it depends on like the severity of it. Like if it's a bad like hamstring pull, then it'll take a while to heal. But like muscular injuries, they tend to heal like really quickly. So you should be good in a couple of days, I think. Just take things easy. Don't like lift heavy straight away. Try to do some movement. How did you decide to take it easy? Oh, sorry. Why did you decide to take it easy? Will you come back to smash the new PR? Take it easy? I don't know. I just want to take a break from training. Like the past year, I guess, I've been training like just nonstop hard. And, you know, I'm kind of not as motivated as I was when I was younger with this weightlifting thing. So I just want to take a bit of a break. The reason I'm taking a break is more mental than physical, I guess. Like physically, I feel fine, and yeah, I have been feeling pretty good like the past couple of months, I guess, of training in terms of like injuries and stuff. But I just want to take a break mentally. When are you gonna go over the form check part of the Discord? Oh yeah, sure, I had to get on that. I hope you didn't post anything there. Yeah, I'll have a look after this actually, and I'll reply to the messages there. I just keep forgetting. I never actually check Discord that often because it's just full of shit. I know the Patreon section is like a higher quality. It's good. So I guess I should like pay attention to that and like just ignore the other crap on Discord. But yeah, I'll get on that soon. Is it vegan to pay for movie where they drink milk? What? Of course it is. It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. So back to the questions posted on that Patreon post. Next one's from Ryan Loveday. Is that his actual second name? Loveday. Anyway, he asked, "Hiya, what does squatting achieve that deadlifting doesn't? Is it a range of motion thing? And how can I maintain weightlifting strength or power with only a bent bar?" What? So yeah, what does squatting achieve that deadlifting doesn't? Well, obviously, like, it involves your quadriceps, glutes, much more than the deadlift. So obviously, leg strength, more leg strength is involved in the squatting. So you're going to improve your leg strength by squatting. So that's what it achieves. That deadlift thing just doesn't. They're both great strength exercises. You should do both of them. You should squat more often because you're able to recover from it faster. So I guess squatting would be a more valuable exercise over deadlifting. Range of motion, not really. How can I maintain weight strength or power with only a bent bar? What do you mean by a bent bar? Did you like break your bar or something? I'd recommend getting a new one. He also asked, and will power that is trained through sprints have an effect on clean snatch? Thanks. It works both ways, I guess. Like, early on, especially in someone's like weightlifting career, like if they do like a very general style training, like they do like box jump sprints, like that's amazing for like young weightlifters, I guess, to do like a bunch of variation like that. And then it will help with like explosive power in the Olympic lifts, for sure. But like if you've been like weightlifting for like a couple of years, it won't have that much of an effect. And it does work the other way around. Like obviously, like working on like Olympic lifts would improve your sprinting speed and everything. So back to the live questions. Not a big fan of the memes in the Discord. I actually made that recently. I think it was pretty funny. It's just because like lots of people were posting memes of me in like the general chat, and I didn't see them, so I just wanted to see them all. So I made that like subsection or whatever. Yes. Oh, it's Ryan Loveday. Why'd you ask the question on Patreon if you're going to join this? Anyway, feel free to ask more questions if you want. Play Overwatch after live stream? Probably not. I have a bit of coaching to do. I'm doing like online coaching at the moment, and then after that, I'll probably like, I don't know, play GTA or something. I'm not really playing Overwatch at the moment. Trying to play more single player games rather than just playing fucking online games all the time. Probably play Final Fantasy 15 sometime soon. I have it like downloaded on my computer. Other games, I want to play Spider-Man, like the new one, but I don't have a PS4, so that sucks. I could probably like borrow off someone, but I'm not really a fan of like playing PlayStation games, like because I have to play on like my big TV downstairs, and it's just, I don't know. I like sitting here playing games. I don't like. It's kind of strange to say, but I just don't like sitting back at like with a remote playing a game. I prefer like mouse and keyboard and like sitting upright. Who could be your future coach? No idea. Like I said previously, I probably won't ever get a coach. Not because I like don't need one, but because I don't care that much, I guess, like for reaching my maximal potential. Like that's just the truth, really. I could definitely benefit from a coach, but I can think of like a coach I could hire. Obviously, I don't have access to any coach I want. So, are you planning to do any weightlifting comps, or are you fully done with them? Fully done with them, 100%. Not doing weightlifting competitions ever again. I've been powerlifting for a while and wanted to start with weightlifting. Any tips? All new. Yeah, if you've been powerlifting for a while, it can be like an advantage and a disadvantage. So like it can be an advantage in terms of like strength. Like you have a lot of strength, so your strength won't be low. You'll have no problem like with front squats, the strength side of weightlifting, I guess. But like in terms of like things like mobility, yeah, you would have probably better mobility in the squat than a normal person. But like shoulder mobility and all that, it might be a bit worse since you did powerlifting. So you just have to take quite a long time, just like practicing snatch, clean, and jerk with light weights, especially working on mobility a lot. Yeah, it takes time. Weightlifting isn't easy. Like it takes a long time to learn. So I guess just don't underestimate how hard the technique will be. Just take your time with it, and don't be frustrated if it takes you like a couple of months just to learn how to snatch correctly. Do you ever isolate anything? Not sure what you mean by that exactly. Can you ask that question again? How much do you charge for coaching, by the way? It's on my website. At the moment, it's €83.50. Yeah, that's like $100 per month. You should play Dead Cells. Never heard of that game. I'll look it up now. Dead Cells. Oh, it's like a side scroller thing. Yeah, that looks pretty cool actually. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I actually might check it out because I like side scroller games. How were the vegan scones? Oh, they're great. Yeah, they're really good. There's nothing better than eating like warm scones. They're fresh. I mean, I can use the bent bar for clean pulls, snatch pulls, etc., but I can't afford a proper weightlifting bar. Current Olympic bar was all I could afford pre-bent. Another option you could do is like you can bring it to like an engineering place and they can like straighten the bar for you. Like I brought a bent bar of mine actually to like an engineering place and they fixed it for like €20 and it's still like good to this day. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago. And like these days there's loads of like good bars. They're cheap. Like I know the DH bar. I don't know if that's like available to you. That's the one I use when I go to the CrossFit gym. That costs like €120, and I clean jerked 210 kilos on it. It's a pretty good bar, and I squatted over 280 on it. So it's a great bar for weightlifting, and it's cheap. Doesn't have to be like a Eleiko bar. It doesn't have to be like a WorkZen or anything. You don't have to buy like an expensive bar. Disadvantage can be too fast to lock. Hips makes bar come forward due to full deadlift lockout too. What are you referring to? Would said clean snatch pulls be adequate, if not ideal? Like you mean you can't do like snatch? Like I say just get the bar fixed. Like just doing the clean snatch pulls won't be good enough for like improving your snatch and clean jerk. Like isolating a muscle. Oh yeah, that was a previous question. Do you ever isolate anything? Like yeah, I do isolation exercises, I guess. Like dumbbell exercises. Yeah, they are useful for like fixing muscle and strength imbalances. So will you not train anymore to push your old PRs, and will you stay at 95 kg now? I don't know. Like I really don't know. I'm definitely gonna like try to beat my old PRs, but as for like body weight, I'm really just experimenting. Like this is just an experiment for me. I just want to see how strong I can be at a lighter body weight, and if it's a total failure, then I'll probably go back to 100 kilos. But like in the far future, I'm definitely not going to be 100 kilos for too long. I'm going to be like down to like 88, 90 kilos, I think. But that's like when I'm 35. I'm not going to stay 100 kilos for a long time at all. Most weightlifters have a super soft deadlift lockout by powerlifting standards. The powerlifting dude, sorry, was just replying to him in chat. All right. When you were squatting every day with 5x5, what percentage did you use? Like 80% of your max, or just whatever felt good? I didn't really work by percentages, I guess. I kind of used the RPE scale. I kind of prefer that myself. Like, I don't recommend it to like beginner lifters because they're like pretty bad at like judging how difficult their reps are. It's good for like intermediate advanced lifters, and it takes a while to learn how to use like RPE, like the scale. But yeah, pretty much like RPE 9 every set. Like when I did 260 5x5, I don't even know what percentage that is. Like my max is 300, so what is that? I should have wrong around. What's about 100? Yeah, that was 86.6%. So yeah, that was my best. 5x5 with 86%. So I guess it's 80 to 85%. I'd recommend. Do you count calories to go up and down in weight? I don't count calories, but I definitely recommend it. Just as a learning tool. Like it's really handy to just count calories, because then you begin to understand like how much calories is in the food you eat. Like at this point, I can kind of look at what I'm eating. I can kind of like give a good guess on how many calories is in that particular food. So counting calories is definitely something useful to do. Of course, you need to up your calories if you're trying to gain weight, and you need to go on a caloric deficit if you want to lose weight. So, are you losing weight because you're off the high C? Of course. Good, I made it. Just finished a really bad squat session. Injuries really suck. Well, that's unfortunate. What did you squat? Do you supplement with vitamin S? I think so. Any other questions on Patreon? How much? This is from the Patreon questions. How much does push press correlate to the jerk? Do you recommend training push press in order to increase the jerk? Also, do you train snatch and clean pulls? Yeah, the push press definitely correlates to the jerk a lot more than like the military press or like bench press. It has much bigger carryover because you practice like the dip and drive. So you should definitely have that in your training. So it's a really good exercise, because like a lot of people actually struggle with like the drive and the jerk. I do. Like I was talking to Gabriel, and he was telling me my push press needs to be at least like 185, 190 kilos with like the weights on the thing. And it's only like 160 kilos. And he reckons like my jerk would like shoot up if I brought my push press that high. And I definitely agree with that. Yeah, so you should train it. Do I train snatch clean pulls? Yeah, definitely. I'd recommend those exercises. More for technique, really. You don't have to go so heavy in them. I would say like 110 to 120% of your one or max and like the snatch clean. That's a good way to use. So, a melon, lol. Are you going to get mods for the Discord channel? No, I kind of like the way it is. In a way, I like it, like because it's just full of like trolls. I think that's kind of funny. Of course, like when someone posts like dick pics, like I'm gonna ban them. Like that actually happened in Discord. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get mods because I think it's just funny the way it is. Hi Clarence, I train twice a day and now I have to grow my back squat as fast as I can in 3 months. Should you suggest me to train squat like 4 to 5 times per week with low reps but high? What's the with that? Train twice a day. I definitely want to recommend training twice per day. Not at this stage, anyway. And I don't understand why you have to get your back squat up as fast as possible in 3 months. Maybe like you're competing or something. Yeah, I recommend like 4 to 5 times per week. That's totally fine. Like I actually don't know what your goals are. Like, are you going to compete in 3 months? I'd like to know that. Frequency or less frequency, but more volume per session, like 5x5. I definitely go with like a higher frequency over like higher volume per session. So it's better to like split your training sessions up if you can, if it's convenient for you, of course. But like you shouldn't squat more than 5 times per week or 4 times a week at this point, I think. What are your thoughts about catching the snatch wide, full depth snatch, but wide stance? I guess it can put like a lot of stress on your knees, and like not a lot of people can do that anyway. So, like health wise, it's not a good thing, but like lifting as much as you can wise, it is like you'll obviously like snatch a bit more because you can hit a deeper position. Like you see a lot of weightlifters and like the highest level, they actually do catch a snatch, like a wide stance, just to get a bit deeper. Like I guess the whole goal in like a snatch isn't like to jump into a position where your squat stance is like the strongest, like because like strength doesn't really matter in the snatch. It's all about like balance and how deep you can go. Like the deeper you can go, the more weight you can lift. So even though you have like a wide stance in the snatch, like that's a disadvantage in terms of like squatting. It'd be harder, but squatting up from a snatch is not hard at all, so it's no problem. High frequency, I mean even more times in the same day. No, I wouldn't recommend twice a day training, unless it's like very convenient for you. Like let's say you have like a home gym or something where you can split the training sessions up. Because it's not going to make much of a difference, like splitting your training sessions. Are you going to be traveling to the US in November? Also, is your out of country traveling schedule still crazy, or will you be staying in Ireland for a while now? I'm not going to America in November, but I am going over again in January. I'm going to Texas to visit Zach Talander. And we have plans to visit Stephanie Cohen as well, and what's his name, Hayden Bao, in Miami. So, yeah, that will be in January too. But before that, I'm not going anywhere. Now that your knee is feeling better, are you going to change your squat technique to be more upright throughout the entire movement, or are you just going to keep it the same? My knees are actually not feeling too good at the moment, probably because I lost weight. Yeah, like tendinitis is still slightly there on my left knee. So, like I do try to like correct my form in the squat, but it's difficult because like basically the back of my body is like stronger than the front of my body, so I'm having a hard time with that. It's just based off like it's just strength imbalances, I guess. Yeah, well, I will try to improve it though. Just asking about the wide snatch cut, as you'll see my shitty snatches in the form check on Discord. I'm finding it hard to catch at my squat stance, so probably need to do more drills like snatch balance for catching the snatch. Wide snatch guy. I'll look at your video in Discord after this. I promise, and I'll let you know what you should do. Do you think that squatting with a bounce in the bottom is better? Why did you start to do that? It's not such like you're not bouncing on the bottom of the squat. It's just a stretch reflex. It's like when you do curls, like at the bottom of a curl, it's a stretch reflex of your muscles. Your muscle is stretching. It's going back. You know, it's not a bounce really. So that's all the questions so far. Feel free to ask more. And in the meantime, I'll go over the Patreon questions. Could you give a few examples of calorically dense vegan meals for lunch and dinner? Calorically dense vegan meals. Definitely like mock meats. They're quite like high in calories. Stuff like grains like rice, wheat. They're very high in calories as well. So foods like that. Cereal, I guess. Well, that's not really lunch, I guess, but that's high in calories. Like stir fries, I guess. Like adding in like seeds and nuts to your stir fries, it definitely increases the amount of calories. Yeah, there's loads of tricks you can do to increase the amount of calories you get in a vegan diet. Just pick like the dense food. Another question here. Same question on this, or yeah, same question on this one. So we'll answer it. Where was I? Favorite meme? God, I don't know. Like a meme on like my channel, I guess. I definitely don't like the Harry Potter one, or Harry Potter meme about me, I guess, but I don't know. Can't think of any. I'm new to Olympic lifting, so I need all the help. Did you do any hamstring curls to help with your knee pain? Yeah, hamstring curls are actually great for easing knee pain. Like working the antagonistic muscle groups usually helps with injuries. So yeah, I definitely like recommend hamstring curls and like glute ham raises. Really good exercises. Have you said you're Parish Asian? Whereabouts in Asia is that part from? Yes, I'm half Filipino. How do you think you could strict press if you trained that? Strict press, yeah. If I actually trained it, not much. Like I find it really difficult to improve my strict press, and like I'm not the only one. Like your shoulders are quite a small muscle group compared to like legs, for example. Like it's easy to increase your squatting strength because your legs are huge, but your shoulders are such a small muscle group, so it's really difficult to improve on your strict press. Like if you make improvement, like if you add 2.5 kilos to your strict press, that's a huge improvement. That's like adding like 10 kilos onto your squat. How much do you think you can double overhand deadlift? Yeah, without a hook grip, I actually tried that. So my best is like 210 kilos, which is not bad, I guess. I know that Dr. Deadlift guy, Cater, I think his best is like 260 or something. So I guess in comparison to that, it's not too bad. What tier is the not safe for work Patreon? Asking for a friend. What? You'll find a lot of that stuff on Discord if you check it out. In the anime section, especially. What are your thoughts on fractional plates for overhead press gains? Are fractional plates for fractional gains? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely recommend using like small plates for like small exercises like that, just to make sure you're progressing and to know you're progressing. How was New York? Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't as good as like my like trip to North Carolina, like last year, I guess. It was because like Juji and like Tom, they were traveling, so they were quite busy. So I guess like all the attention wasn't put on me. So we didn't make too many videos like last time. But I'd hope to go, like visit them again sometime and make the collab as good as the one we did in North Carolina. Will you compete in the powerlifting meet? Not anytime soon. Probably never. Nice. Hayden does or did a hybrid training method where he uses like bodybuilding and powerlifting exercises along with Olympic lifts to raise his Olympic lifts. He says that when he stopped clean and jerk and snatching and did powerlifting and some bodybuilding accessory work, his clean and jerk snatch went up. I think that's just from getting stronger overall. So, stop clean and jerking, the powerlifting. Yeah, I guess like the thing with Olympic lifting, like you can just like tip away a bit, like with the Olympic lifts. You just have to kind of maintain your form, and you can work a lot on strength, and they will improve. But that doesn't last too long, I guess. That's the kind of method I've been using for like a long time. Like I'd have like certain periods where I'd focus a lot on strength. Like 90% of my training would be just like focus on increasing my squatting strength, pulling strength, everything. And then I would have like a very short phase where I just like focus on Olympic lifts a bit more. And yeah, that's really effective. But then you get to a point where you need to make huge improvements on your technique to progress. And yeah, that sucks, I guess. But yeah, it does work. Like just focusing a lot on strength. I feel like there would be a point that those gains would stop and you'd have to actually focus on clean. Yeah, just basically what I said. Yeah. Does David follow the weightlifting program, or he train at random as you? I gave him a program like a long time ago. Like this is around the time I actually met him, and he's actually still using like principles, I guess, from that training program to this day. So he's not following a program, but yeah, he's kind of keeping track, I guess. Do you do any good mornings or RDLs? I don't do good mornings. I just hate the exercise. I just can't do it. It just hurts me. But I do Romanian deadlifts. Or not Romanian deadlifts, stiff leg deadlifts. Okay, cool. How to correct uneven rack position. Left side seems tighter as I can only get a full grip if the bar sits near my fingers. However, the right side is pretty good and I can get full grip easily. Uneven rack position. Of course, you can actually just stretch like one side of your body as well. Like the best stretch you can probably do to even that out is probably like have the bar on the rack, 60 kilos, 100 kilos, whatever, it doesn't matter, and try to get the bars here. I don't even know the name of this. I guess there is no name. So you grab the bar, try to lift the elbow up as high as possible, like that, and hold it for a couple of seconds and repeat. And of course, another thing you can do is just rack holds, like hook grip the bar, hold the bar in the rack position for 30 seconds, and then re-rack. If you do that over and over again, that will make a huge difference with your like rack mobility. Another trick you can do is you can do the first one I mentioned, but use straps, and that makes sure like you have a really tight grip on the bar and you can't let go of the bar then. So yeah. Seated good mornings are great in my opinion. Much better for lower back if you don't have access to equipment for back hyperextensions. Guess so. I just don't like good mornings. Kira Hackett posts French bread. Okay. How big was Larry Wheels in person? Yeah, he was pretty big. Yeah, like as big as I expected, really. Like his arms and like his forearms, especially, were just massive. Like in like that video in the subway, like I put my like forearm next to his, and it was like half the size. In your opinion, how much a natural lifter with average genetics could back squat after a serious training life? I don't know. Like, that's such a broad question, I guess. And like, what is average genetics? Like, most of the people that work out have above average genetics. Like, think about what average genetics actually means. But like, I suppose someone with like slightly above average genetics can definitely I guess the majority of people can squat above 400 pounds in their lifetime if they focus on squatting and train consistently. Like, I would say like numbers like, I don't know, 120 kilos in the bench, 180 kilos in the squat, 200 kilos in the deadlift. I guess like those numbers will be achievable by like pretty much everyone. Male lifters like that weigh above like 70 kilos, of course. Of course, it's more impressive if you're a female and your body weight is lighter. Have you ever maxed out your sauce press? The 70 kg would usually look dumb easy. That was like the first time I ever done that with weight, so that was a surprise to me. But like, considering that my like strip press is like only 105 kilos, it's obviously gonna be like a lot less than that. So it's not gonna be anything impressive. When's your next bodybuilding show? Oh fuck, definitely not soon. Do you find cycling to improve recovery? Bicycle recovery, that is. What? I'm actually not like cycling as much as I did because I got a fucking motorcycle and I'm just going everywhere in that, so I'm getting like no exercise now. So I need to find another form of exercise, or maybe I'll just like cycle places. Although I need to get a new bike because my bike is completely destroyed. I actually ripped one of the brakes off it, so I need to buy another bike. Like, that bike lasted 2.5 years, so that's pretty good. How much do you think that tree weighed that you cleaned the dirt? I don't know. I'd say at least like 50 kilos. It wasn't that heavy. It was just really awkward to lift. Or actually, it probably wasn't 50 kilos. It was probably like 30 or something. What kind of motorbike did you get? I went with a Hyundai CBR 250. I just decided to start with like something small so I don't die, because I'm a complete noob when it comes to motorbikes. Maybe in like, I don't know, 1 to 3 years, I'll upgrade. But for now, I'm kind of happy with that. Still learning, so. At which age you stopped to be natural? Be free to ignore this question. I'm not a hater. I'm just very curious. Okay. Gotta go fast, mate. I have a little Hyundai that's stripped out for those togue runs. Nice. Have you ever gotten ankle impingement? Never did. No, definitely not. So yeah, that's all the questions on Patreon. So feel free to ask any questions. Guess I'll keep this going for another 5 to 10 minutes. Is Kira still there? Ooh. Yes. That's great. Do you do speed memes? What's that even mean? Any recommendations on improving knee issues, with the exception of just taking time off? Knee issues, it depends on like what your knee issue is. But like, I guess I won't be like qualified to give you a good answer on that. I can only like talk about my experience with like knee problems. What's the process in Ireland like for getting a motorbike? In the US, we have to take written tests and riding tests and stuff, or take classes over there. It is the same. Yeah, Ireland, they're kind of like, I think it's kind of a joke here when it comes to like motorbikes. Like it's just like the way it's set up. It's not as safe as possible, I guess. So like I could like apply for like a learner license, and for me to do that, I have to do like this theory test. Like that's no experience on the road at all. That's just like questions you have to answer correctly on a computer, and then you're able to get a learner license. After that, all you need to do is this like course called IBT, and that's like 18 hours long. But you can do that in 2 days. So you can, in 2 days, you could actually ride a motorcycle on the road by yourself, which is just crazy. I think there should be like, you should have to be able to do like more classes before you're able to go on the road by yourself. But that's just the way it is in Ireland. And if you're over 24 and you do that, you can buy any size bike you want. Like the most powerful bike, you can buy like a fucking Goldwing as your first bike. So the way it's set up is quite dangerous, I guess. Like with the bike I bought, because the engine's small, I actually can't use it for like the test to get like the highest license possible, which is pretty dumb. So like like the way it's like set up is it actually encourages me to buy like a bigger bike as my first bike, which is insane. Just to be able to use it in the test to get the higher category. Like I can't even use the bike for a driving or a motorbike test. But that's in 6 months anyway, so I'll worry about that then. You need to watch Initial D, my dude. That's the life of me in the Togue daily. Initial D, I know of it, but I never watched it. Like speed bench, speed squat. I don't get it. Do you do speed memes? Like speed bench, speed squat, lower weight with fast multiple reps? I guess that's like a west side training method, like a speed bench, speed squat. It can be like pretty dangerous to do like those exercises if you're like not experienced with doing them at like a regular speed. Like speed bench is like a dangerous exercise if you perform it incorrectly. So is it valuable? Like, yeah, I guess Louis Simmons has great stuff to say about like speed exercises. It's great for like speed strength, I guess, but is it necessary? Probably not. And it is quite dangerous, so I wouldn't recommend it. Any exercise to build a strong back? Deadlifts, of course. Hyperextensions, all that. Why do you wear your watch on right hand and not on the left? Yeah, people tell me like wearing like a wristwatch on your left hand is like the normal way to wear watches. Well, I didn't know that. I just decided to wear it on my right wrist, so it's just staying there, I guess. Have you ever been to England, especially the north? How does it compare to Ireland? Yeah, like Scotland. It's very similar to Ireland, I guess, like in terms of like geography and everything. Feel lots of tension at the bottom of the squat. Catching heavy weight during a power clean tends to hurt for me at the bottom on my left knee. Feel lots of tension at the bottom of the squat. I guess, yeah, like power variations, they can put like more pressure on your knee than full variation, like full lifts. Not sure what you mean, but you feel like lots of tension in the bottom squat though. My friend is also watching this. Can you say hi to him? His name is Smeek. Well, is that how you pronounce it? Hello, Smeek. Do you use bands ever? No, definitely not. Have you ever done incline bench? Yeah, a couple of times. Great exercise. Great variation. Definitely recommend it. Do you get out of your chair as explosive as possible for the weightlifting gains? No. I get off my chair pretty slowly. Can you try to read my name? I want to hear how Irish talk Italian. Gabriel Manfred? Is that how you pronounce it? Can you do a bicep pose, please? No, because my arms are pretty small at the moment. I've lost a lot of size. Yeah, I guess I'll end it there. It's been 45 minutes, so I guess I'll do another live stream. Again, like it's like I do live streams at the end of the month, just so like everyone who signs up to Patreon, like they can access it. Like I don't want to do it like in the middle of the month. So if people are wondering why I always leave it like last second, it's just so that new people are able to join it. So I'll do it at the end of next month again. So see you guys.